She believes trophy check.
So that is 100% true and correct. The 2022 She Believes trophy goes to the United States, and it was not a given starting out the tournament. So that was fun to see. So what we're going to do, we're going to talk a little bit about She Believes, and then we're not really going to talk about the Arnold Cup, but we're going to kind of talk a little bit about that at the end of the video. So look out for timestamps, because I think a lot of WOSO fans followed the Arnold Cup more closely. They even followed the She Believes Cup.
Right.
But we're American, so we talk about She Believes because we're American.
We are.
So how's it going, everyone? So so She Believes the final Iceland versus United States was on Wednesday. We're recording this Friday. So it was about a day and a half ago that it happened. And first thing I want to mention is She Believes for us did not start until the 11th minute of the She Believes Cup. There was a basketball game.
Yeah, a men's college basketball game that was cutting into our time.
Yes.
So imagine if there was like 5 goals
right
in the first 11 minutes.
I know, and a lot of people said maybe that it was on ESPN News, but we don't get ESPN News, so we tried. We don't get that. And then someone said it might have been on the app, the ESPN app, but we didn't have. We
also don't have that.
Yeah, we don't have that. I guess we could have downloaded something, but we kept like minute by minute trying to figure out, okay, is this game? So who else did not get the first 11 minutes of the She Believes? Because we were not excited about that. So second thing I'll mention is how cold it was. So the first 2 games were in Southern California, and it actually looked pretty cold in Southern California, but then this game was in Frisco, Texas, and it looked very cold as well. Very cold. It was like record cold.
Nippy.
Yes. So I know we've talked about crowd size a lot, but the crowd size was pretty thin because I think the weather was a huge factor in that.
Yeah, I enjoy the games. I love going to them, but I get cold very easily.
Yeah.
So I wouldn't.
And if you're that cold, sometimes you just can't enjoy it. Also, we are going to do a video at some point about this, the lawsuit. We're not going to talk about it here, but we're going to talk about that because that is major in the news as well. So we'll talk about that. So, Iceland versus USA. We had done a couple videos about the She Believes Cup, first against Czech Republic, then against New Zealand. Mm-hmm. And, there was a lot of things that went on during those games that I think Vlatko was just trying out, what was going on, the lineups, people getting hurt. So, this game against Iceland, I put in the last video, a lot of people thought Iceland were almost the favorites against United States.
Yeah.
It's just because the transition that the U.S. women's national team is going through. And so going into the game, I still obviously was rooting for USA, but I knew, anything could happen. So game started. What Sarah and I noticed at the very beginning of this game, it was a fast-moving game. It was a quick-paced game.
Yeah, very fast-paced. The ball was here, it was there. Both teams looked like they wanted to score right away.
And do you like those fast-paced games?
I do, yes.
I really enjoy those games.
I like when it's intense, and I like when they're aggressive. I like when they're like all up in each other's faces. And
yeah. It's almost like you're at the edge of your seat. Like, oh my God, okay, someone has the ball. So-and-so has the ball. So-and-so has the ball.
It's a nail biter.
Yeah, and it's like all those fast moving parts. I really enjoy games like that. So I did like the fast paced movement of the game when we saw it. We're not going to talk a lot about gameplay or whatnot. There's a few other amazing channels that talk about that. The first 37 minutes, no goals. It was fast-paced. It was no goals. 37th minute, Kat Macario. 37th minute, went right in there. And
one of the most beautiful goals I've ever seen.
It was so pretty.
It was hot stuff. It was
hot stuff.
No, it was just beautiful. The way she kicked it, and then it just barely even went in, and it was just a beauty.
Yeah, it really was. This was the tournament that Kat Macario really came into her own, that she's really showing why she got so much hype and why she
was shining.
She was. I think she was the player of the tournament, I think.
Yeah.
Everyone called her such a special player, but this tournament was really the tournament where that was shown.
Yeah, she proved herself.
Yeah, because I think a lot of people, rightfully so, I mean, if she wasn't performing in the past, but this was where everything kind of came together.
Yeah.
Then in the 45th minute, Kat Macario again. Two for two.
Hope she did it again.
And obviously a lot of people are talking about the Kat Macario Pew at the very front, that they like that lineup up front.
Yeah, that was, I loved it when Mal got in the goal and she was, doing her thing there.
Yeah. I couldn't even figure out what was going on. So halftime, they're up 2-0. At that point, just keeping the other team from scoring in the second half. Second half, So 60th minute, Mal Pew scores. And again, I thought Mal Pew looked really good in the last game. I thought she looked good in this game. 60th minute.
Yes.
And that was that the goal where Kat kind of fed it right to Mal. I actually can't remember now, but if that's
don't remember.
She fed it right to Mal, and Kat could have taken that herself, and then she fed it right to Mal.
Oh, was that the one where it was the selfless one?
Yes, yes.
What friendships are made of.
I'm not looking at it. Could have been the second Mal Pew score. I don't know, but
it might have been the second one.
Second one. But then 75th minute, Mal Pew scores again. So
I'm pretty sure that was the one that that Kat fed her. But
yeah,
that was so cute. Such a cute moment.
Kat could have easily scored right then and there.
Because Pew goes, here, you take it, you score it, and then Katarina, she's all, no, I'm giving it back to you. I want you to have your moment. I've already had my moments, and she scored. It was so beautiful.
That was very sweet of them.
It.
Teammates, sportsmanship, teammates, everything. Not like that. Then so they were at 4-0 at that point, and like I said, subs came in, Midge came in. Sonic came in, Jalen Howell came in, Ashley Hatch came in, Lynn Williams came in. So they came in. By that time, it was pretty much a done deal, I thought, 4-0. And then the 88th minute, who scores? Our girl Christy scores, which was a pretty crafty goal.
That was also my favorite goal because it was a Gotham goal.
Oh yeah, Midge to Christy.
Yeah, and then they hugged it out. Yeah, teammates.
Christy held Midge.
Times two, I know.
Yeah, I loved it because if you saw that goal, the way Christy kind of punched that in, she kind of like threw her body forward.
Oh yeah, she's a body thrower.
She was. That was awesome to see. And also, it's Christy's birthday today. So she's having a pretty good week.
Happy birthday.
Yeah. We actually are probably going to do a Sam and Christy video tomorrow or the next day. So look out for that.
Oh, the door so the heater went on.
And then the door slammed. Should keep that in.
It's not a ghost.
We don't know. So 88th minute, Christy scores 5-0. And that was it. SheBelieves Cup champions 2022 USA.
Woo!
Yeah. Overall, it was a fun tournament to watch. You know, it's just still in the transition. We don't know exactly what's going to happen. I think obviously the standouts were Kat. And also I thought Mal really performed. Other than Kat and Mal, a lot of people were talking about Emily Fox.
I thought you said cat and mouse.
Sorry. That'd be cute. A lot of people say Emily Fox was really, really, really strong on defense. And all the people saying Ashley Sanchez were really, really standouts. So
yeah,
that should be interesting to see when they filter in the vets who maybe for the next tournament or the next camp who played in the tournament, who got called up, who won't be called up for the next tournament, who didn't make the cut. Fun tournament, 5-0. What did everyone think about the tournament overall?
Because you guys tuned in
as
much as we were.
Because we were
like, our eyes were glued to the, like, we weren't even talking to each other.
Yeah.
Sometimes.
It was really
just watching the game.
It really was. So, SheBelieves Cup happened last week. It started, I'm not exactly sure the day it started, but at the same time the SheBelieves Cup was going on, there was a tournament, a cup in England called the Arnold Cup going on. And it included 4 heavy hitters: Spain, Canada, England, and Germany. So a lot of people are saying, SheBelieves was great, but it was like a secondary cup compared to the big heavy hitters of the Arnold Cup.
Yeah, right.
Sarah and I did not watch the Arnold Cup, really. I watched a couple highlights of the games. We might have watched it if we knew when it was going to be on and all that. We might have. We did not watch it. So a lot of people are saying those 4 teams are really the heavy hitters. So SheBelieves was great, but the teams that they played were, second, not world class. Not as world class as the other teams. Yeah. So that tournament on that over there, and the winners of that tournament were England, and a lot of people are happy to see that they won. Canada, actually, the Olympic gold medal Canada, they came in 3rd.
Oh, Canada.
They came in 3rd. So that just goes to tell you what kind of tournament that was. Also, the games up until the very end, with the very last game, which was England versus Spain, they were low-scoring games.
See, I like that because I like when it's a close game.
You do.
I do. That's when it's truly a nail biter.
Yeah.
And it's like,
Yeah.
you're on the edge of your seat.
So the very last game was England versus Spain and the Arnold Cup. And England won. And there was a little controversy about Millie Bright's goal not being... she was offsides and...
one of those. Did they have VAR?
That's a good question. I don't think so.
They didn't for SheBelieves.
Yeah, I don't think they had VAR for the Arnold Cup. But that was a really... exciting tournament. I might actually try to watch some of the replays, but I saw some of the highlights from that tournament, and it was the crowds. So the games I saw, the crowds were packed, loud, roaring. It was an awesome environment. Like, it looked very,
Was it cold?
I don't know. I don't think so. Not like freaking Texas. It looked very like such an engaged crowd and so pumped. And I love to see that.
Where was it held?
England. They had pretty big rosters for those tournaments too, so that was exciting. Transitions happening in the U.S. women's national team are kind of unique right now. I think that it's such a transition to have such mainstay players, just kind of new youngsters coming in. And I don't think that's happening on the scale that it is for the United States for other teams.
Wild.
But it would have been interesting. Instead of USA playing SheBelieves, if USA went over the Arnold Cup and instead of, I'm just saying Germany because I don't know Germany as well as the other teams, but USA going in to the Arnold Cup and playing England. Yeah, that'd be crazy. Because in the past, a lot of England had played SheBelieves and Canada, she played SheBelieves. So,
yeah,
that would have been cool. So I think a lot of people were saying that really was heavy hitters, but we'll see what happens as the months progress. Also, SheBelieves there was Rose Lavelle had an ankle injury and Trinity Rodman had an ankle injury. So hopefully they're okay. Rose Lavelle is so tender at times. I love Rose Lavelle. She is my awkward queen, but she is a tender.
She's also a dog queen.
Oh, she is. I saw this cute thing where this person goes on the stand saying, "Hey, if you give me your jersey, I'll show you pictures of my dog or something." And she was like totally about it. Yeah.
Loved it.
What did everyone think? Questions, comments down below. Did you watch SheBelieves Cup? Did you watch Arnold Cup? Do you think, England might be the team that everyone's chasing? Questions, comments down below. What does everyone think? We'll talk to everyone later. Have a great night.
Bye, everybody. Bye.